Maybe come right here.
Okay.
All right, Eva, can you see? Move around so you can see. Come around so you guys can see. All right, so maybe not the black background so you can see this. Okay, so you're gonna have your piece drilled, and you'll have your holes here. Keep the clip on. You're going to get a thread that you like the color. You can pick from an assortment of colors. You're gonna get a large embroidery needle that should be in here. They're in this little container. You want to show the container where all this stuff is kept. Cool. Just thread it through the eye of the needle and tie it on. If you need help doing that, just ask. And the length of your piece should be about almost a fathom, right? So it's almost like a full arm length back to like where my elbow would be. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so this is how it works. This is the spine, okay? And this is the side spine, and this is our hinge. Cool? You're gonna start, and this is the back, and this is the front. You decide what your back and front is. You're gonna start, send the needle up from the back through the front. You're gonna pull it through and leave a tail so that you can tie it at the end. Take your free hand that you're not holding the needle in and hold that thread off to the side so that you can pull on it and it's not gonna come through. Cool? And you wanna make nice tight stitches. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna, when you start out, this is really long and it'll get tangled, so just be patient and calm and you know, don't get it all bunched up. Lay it out over, hang it over the side of the spine, and you're gonna go back up the same hole. So this is the second time I'm going from the back to the front of that same hole. On the outside, I pull it nice and tight, and I make this nice horizontal stitch on the side. It's parallel with my hinge, okay? And I'm gonna pull it nice and tight. Whoops, I let go of my string there. No, I wanna hold on to that so it doesn't come undone. Cool? So I wrap it around the side, and I'm going to inchworm across, right? Got me on here? Okay, so I'm coming out the top. So I'm gonna inchworm, I'm gonna go down the hole next door. Cool, whoops. You never move over more than one hole. You're either going through the same, oh, I got a knot. And as I was talking to you guys. So this might happen in the beginning. Now this video is gonna be way too long. If this happens, just don't pull really hard and we can undo it if you need help. I'm just taking my little needle here and loosening it up. Oh, wow. I will edit this video down. Right, here we go. Ah, how did that happen? Did anyone see how that happened? Okay. There it goes. All right, so see how I remain calm? Yes, sort of. I'm back here, I've got my tail. I'm holding the tail piece. All right. Here we go. Tail. I'm coming out the bottom. Good? And I'm all tangled up. Let me get situated. All right, so I'm coming out the bottom here. Now I'm gonna, on the bottom, I'm gonna go through this hole. And it makes a stitch on the back. And then I go down this hole. Cool. So I'm just inchworming. I go from the back to the front, back to the front. I'm gonna go all the way across. There's actually more than one way to do this, but I think this is the easiest way to explain it. So I inch all the way across. I'm making horizontal lines. Catching this, Rona? Aiden, I know you can't wait to do this. Right? Right? Okay. Going across. So I did every single hole. Cool. And now I'm going to, this was a side spine stitch. I'm gonna make a side spine stitch here. Cool. So I let it hang over the side, go back through that same outside hole. And one of the things you might wanna be careful of is you don't wanna, when you stick it through and there's already thread in there, try not to pierce the thread, okay? So you might have to pull the thread off to the side. Okay, so I've made all the horizontal stitches. So now what I'm gonna do, and I'm coming out the top, this is the pattern. You're going to wrap it around the hole and wrap it around the spine and make a spine stitch. And then you'll move over one and then make the spine stitch and then move over one, make the spine stitch. So how that works is I wrap it around. This is the third time I'm going up through this hole from the back to the front. I'm taking the time to line this up, pulling it nice and tight. I'm coming out the top, so I move over from the top down, and I fill in that blank that I left there. Cool, I filled in the blank. I'm in a hole that doesn't have a spine stitch, so I'm letting the string go around the spine. I go through the same hole again, pull it nice and tight. Now it's got, this is the vertical stitch. Now I'm coming out the back. So I'm gonna move over one on the back, fill in that blank right there. Cool, so I move over one. This does not have a spine stitch, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wrap it around there, put it on, pretty cool. Got it, what do I do?
Go back
Move
around
on.
to the
Where?
empty slot.
Go where?
Go to the next hole.
That hole.
Yeah, that
yes. Now what do I do?
Go up spine stitch.
And then go back
Spine
into that
stitch
hole.
through that same hole. Pulling it nice and tight, straightening it out along the way. What do I do?
Go to the next
Go to the next one. Right here, fill in the blank. So you're actually like, at this point you're like drawing a line with the thread. Cool? So do this as you inch your way all the way back. And then I need to show you how to finish it off. So here we go. All right, so here I am. Make sure that didn't get tangled. Wrap it around. All right, so I've made every hole has a vertical and a horizontal stitch going out in every direction, right? I'm coming out the back with my tail, and I'm out the front here. I wanna have both strings coming out the back so I can tie them in a knot, but I don't wanna undo my last stitch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to slip my needle. Are you getting this part?
Mm-hmm.
Slip my needle underneath. Oop, don't let it get caught on stuff here. Oh my gosh. There we go. Slip it through there. I'm gonna slip it underneath here so that it is gonna grab onto those threads, and now when I send it through, it won't undo my last stitch. So I go through there. So just as a recap, I went under this string, and this string, all three, and then I sent it back down, and now I'm here. And now I can just tie it once, twice. I do it even 3 times, and you can trim off the excess, and you're done. Is that nice?
Yeah.
Yay? Okay, hit stop, and then I'm gonna have you videotape the